Ladies and gentlemen, and people of Facebook, please welcome Beeston's answer to Joe Wick's Scott Bennett!
Woo! I've got to get around it, I can't get in.
Oh, you can get behind it, you need to... Joe, come on!
Hi everyone!
It's Joe Wicks!
Okay, hang on. Oh, ooh!
Hello!
Are we ready?
Good evening everyone! Welcome to Stand Up From The Shed. Good evening! Hello! Good evening! This is meant to represent where we are now. Gemma represents the fitness aspects of well-being, and I represent the spiritual side by dressing in a cheap monk costume. You do know I've got nothing under there. Feels quite liberating. I've just realised as well, I've seen myself, it looks very Ku Klux Klan, doesn't it? And that's not the intention, it's meant to be it's a monk outfit. Have I been missold this on Amazon? It's a monk outfit, it's a monk outfit. Good evening everybody, good evening from Wakefield, all over the country. Good evening everyone. Good evening to Sarah Gee, who's on the front every week, I remembered. Good evening everyone, good evening self-isolators, good evening homeschoolers, good evening everyone in between. Welcome to Stand Up From The Shed. 134 people watching this madness. Week 7 baby, week 7. Let's get cracking, Jem. You've stopped now. Let's give you another bar on that.
Okay.
Let's ready, Jem. Okay. Let's go.
Hang on.
Oh, gotta be. Let's do this. Sit up. Back in the shed. Thursday night we're getting funny. Week number 7 and we're still going strong. Just a man in his shed going live. He can't believe it happened so fast. He swapped his mind for a hairbrush, losing grip on the dreams of the past. He must fight just to keep them alive. It's the eye of the webcam, it's on Facebook Live, rising up to the challenge of the bandwidth. And his last proper gig was over 6 weeks ago. Now he just lives in his shed. The eye of the webcam. Kept that on the rails there. Who thought maybe I've got no musical ability? You went to Poland singing, and I'm rescuing this shit. How's that happening? Oh, love it. Is the shit getting smaller? Nah, we're just getting bigger, mate. That's what it is. Honestly, so much food. Oh, come on, Gemma. You look like a German tennis player. I think that's it. Eye of the webcam. Oh, God. Come on, let's end this. At the webcam, please. Eye of the webcam. Gemma Bennett, everybody! Gemma Bennett there!
Kind of.
Oh, incredible! Good night, bye bye! Oh, it'll be easier to do it in that lycra, won't it? Oh, I'm at 6s and 7s. It's quite freeing, is this kit? Oh my God! Right. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, everyone. That was meant to be a tribute to Survivor's Eye of the Tiger with Eye of the Webcam. Which on paper, fantastic. The reality is, I'm apologising, Gemma. I'm so sorry, everyone. We've got new people, 155 people, Gemma, and we started with that. Gemma rehearsed it once, and I wrote the... Honestly, she said, it's really good to do these things under pressure. Well, that just shows it isn't, doesn't it? That I think we've learned something. Did you know that the man who wrote the Thriller rap did it in the taxi on the way? I know that, yes, but he had Michael Jackson on the other end putting that shit together. We've got a Yamaha keyboard, but you know what though? You did better than I could. So big round of applause for Gemma Bennett there. And lovely to be here again in the shed, week 7. I'm just going to move my flip-flop. 7 shows. I didn't quite imagine we'd get this far. It's a strong look. It is a strong look matchup. It's a strong look, mate. I'm going Catholic tonight. That's what's happening, baby. I thought we'd be done. I thought we'd be out the other side. We're not. We're keeping going. And I mean, it's costing me a fortune on data to do this. I hope you know this. My children. This costume was $11.99. With a discount. My children haven't eaten because of data, and it's because of this show, so feel good about that. Just want to say I had a little bit of an exciting moment, Gemma, a moment for well-being, a spiritual moment earlier on, because I got to stand on my bin to compress the rubbish, everyone. Oh, I feel like I've done a bit of free.
Yes.
It's like free running, isn't it?
Can you just flap your hood round the back?
Oh, it was. Is it? Oh, I've got. Don't interrupt. Oh God, yes, it looks better now, doesn't it? Hey, I can hang myself with this rope later, can I? Oh dear. I don't look like a ghost, Liz. It's a monk outfit. I mean, it's questionable, isn't it? Because I've just realised coming in with a pointy hood on, it's not a good look. Anyway, let's move on from that. I stood in the bin, and I love that. That's a little moment for me, because I stood there, and Gemma said, just put it in next door's bin. Why are you wanting to do it? That's not the point, darling, is it? I want that adrenaline rush. I didn't do it with me out with slippers on, and it was amazing, because I saw Bob over the fence, and as I stood on it, I sort of slowly went down like that. Night, Bob! Bottles tomorrow, son. And it was a lovely moment. Hello from Ashbourne. Shed 7. No, Shed 7 aren't here. People are saying, do you think he'd be associated with this? He's a.
Well, no, he said he's bit.
He said he's bit, and he's a legend, and that's it. And once he sees this, he's going to regret it forever. However, I want to talk tonight, Gemma. The show is about well-being and motivation, and that's what it is. Because where we are now, I just want to say, we're in this period of this crisis, right? That for the first time in history, we're all thinking of, this is a serious moment, we're all thinking of the same thing at the same time. We're scared and we're anxious, right? And people are saying this might be the moment we need to change our lives. This is a chance. Seize it. And there's a lot of these motivational videos, Gemma. I watched one today where it said that people will come out of this fitter. They'll learn a new language, written a book, learn to play a musical instrument. Piss off. Piss off. Jog. I would have said jog on, but that requires too much effort. Stop making us feel guilty, right? We were lazy before, we're going to be lazy now. And there's nothing wrong with that, right? Someone said, just a reminder, Scott, this is what the other one I saw. Just a reminder, Shakespeare, when he was quarantined during the bubonic plague, he actually wrote King Lear. So I don't care. Do you know what? Can I just say that time isn't the problem here? Do you know what I mean? It's not. That's not the issue. Because if it was, all these prisoners would be shitting out manuscripts, wouldn't they? Did that not really? You know, you remember that? Oh, have you read the new novel by Rose West? It's a classic. I can't, mate. Honestly, I'm struggling to get through The Good Guide to Plumbing by Dennis Nielsen. Now that is a great joke if you know your serial killers. It's an absolute banging joke. That is. And like this thing about what really annoys me is like let's celebrate the slacker. What's wrong with this? What's wrong with just having a bit of time, right? Like, I want to celebrate those of you out there who started watching Joe Wicks and gave up on week 3, like me, who now watching at 9 o'clock at night, sat in your joggers with your hands down your pants, eating Pringles. That's a lovely thing. You're supporting him, but you're not giving any calories away, and I want to support the people whose whole achievement so far during this pandemic has been to griddle some aubergines. And 7 weeks, right? These people, I want to learn a musical instrument. No, listen, no crisis, Gemma, in history has been improved by the addition of a trumpet, has it? And a badly played trumpet at that, right? This is what I'm saying, right? It really annoys me, right? Because I was lazy. I think, would you say I'm quite lazy, Gemma?
Well, yeah.
She's right. Like, and I was out of shape before this. I've resigned myself to the fact that I'm not going to get in shape during this pandemic, right? I don't know if you know this, Gemma, but before this pandemic happened, I was in soft play with Sophia, and this is awful to admit this, darling. I got my tit caught in a foam mangle. A full tit. just caught in a foam mangle, right? And it's awful, right? And that was the moment where you know you need to do some exercise, and it still hasn't motivated me. You know, I've got some dumbbells in the garage. I've used them once, and that was to move them out of the way to get to the barbecue. I mean, what I'm trying to say, right? Someone's just said to me, I look like an American pastor on those like pastor, you know, like a preacher. Give all this money and I will make the coronavirus go away. Thank you, Dutchy Holland. I'm going to heal every one of you. Just send enough money for me to get a private jet out of here, and then we'll be all right. Touch each other, heal each other. Come on. The Lord is with me. He's not, because if he was, I won't be in this bloody shed, would I? This is the thing, right? Do you know what? Do you know what? As well, it's like doing nothing, right? It's not. This is the thing, right? Before all this happened, whenever I had a day off, right, Gemma, I'm not good at downtime, so whenever I had a day off, there was just too much pressure. Because I get up, and it's the same thing that's happening now. You think, I'm going to get up, I'm going to bake a cake, I'm going to sculpt, I'm going to read a novel, I'm going to write a novel. My God, I'm going to seize this moment. And 4 hours later, I'm stood in the same spot in the kitchen in my dressing gown, looking at the slow cooker and dribbling. I mean, I don't achieve anything. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to celebrate that, right? And you know, if you've not done anything, Gem, if you've done relaxing, that's something, isn't it, darling?
Oh, aye.
And that's just as good for you. And these people, there's going to be smug bastards all over. I'm sorry to use that phrase, but they're all over the place. These people who are going, well, we're doing some DIY. Yeah, they can piss off as well. They're on the list, right? Because I can't do DIY, right? Time again doesn't help me, right? Because, like, I wish I was good at it, Gem. I really wish I was good.
So do I.
Right? Do you know, I mean, I so do you, yeah. But I'm trying, and it's always, I wish I was good at DIY right at the point where I'm about to do some. Right? That's the point I wish, and I just wish. And Gemma loses patience with me, right? She loses patience with me. Like she's said on many a times, should we get a man in? Should we get a man in? Do you know how amazing? Do you know how emasculating that is? Yes, you get a man in, darling. I'll be up in the bathroom giving my tiny vagina a rinse. Okay. I mean, I've got some tools. I do have a bag of tools. The only one I have at the moment is a mobile phone, which I use to ring my dad. So, but this thing, the problem is that I'll do a job and I'll want a lot of praise for it, won't I, love? So, like, I'll go around with some WD-40 and I'll be like, look at this door now, Gemma. Look at that. Look how smooth that is. Look at that. Look at that. That was squeaky before. Now look at the difference. Very good. Very good. Well done. Do you know that your friend Matt built an extension? You do know that, don't you? Look at how smooth that door is, love. Look at that. Beautiful. Look at that. No noise at all. That's absolutely. It's gliding. It's like beautiful. Silk is that silk. I'll be around. If you need me, give me a shout. I've got my can with me. I'll keep it in my back pocket. Pathetic, right? But jobs just escalate. That's the problem. Like, I start off, right, and I'm just going to hang a picture. That's all I want to do, right? I'm just going to hang a picture. And I'll start off. 3 hours later, I'm in Screwfix with a pencil behind my ear, eating a sausage roll, ordering a cement mixer. I don't know how that shit happens, right? I don't know any of the terms. Like, you're going to need an RSJ. What's that? A really strong John? Have you got his number? RSJ. I'm not built for it, is what I'm saying. My skills are elsewhere. Screaming into webcams in sheds. That's my skill base, right? But the other thing is, well, you know this, Gemma, I put my tongue out when I'm concentrating. Now, that's not a good look for a man who's a professional. You know, you imagine that someone came round to fix your boiler and he like that. You wouldn't trust him. Don't switch that back on. Like, the bloke's a lunatic. Do you know what I mean? You can't have a surgeon taking someone's spleen out, licking his own face. That's what your kid does when they're doing Lego, not when they're doing DIY, you know. And the problem is, I'm up against an alpha male, Roy. Now, he's going to be on later, you'll be pleased to know. My dad, and your dad's the same. Where do they get the skills, man? It just comes in via osmosis. I reckon that your dad and my dad built their own cot. I reckon they had nails in their nappies and just smacking it in with a rattle like that, fag on the go like that. I'll be on the tit later. I'm just going to finish my cot, love. Bloody hell. How much do you want from me here, sweetheart? You know what I mean? They didn't have playgroup, they had apprenticeships. Honestly, builders were like, how's your toddler getting on? Well, he's pretty good, man. Well, he's only 9 months, is mine. He carries bricks on his back, but he's pretty shit, really. He plows around, he does nothing, you know. What I'm saying, right, is like my dad is... Oh, I've knocked your board off there. What I'm saying is, celebrate that moment. Like, there's going to be interviews with these people, after this pandemic, and there's going to be people who are going, yes, I started my own business and it was really difficult, but you know, I diversified, I used the technology that was available, and I've created a home market. I don't want to hear those people. I want to hear the people who said, what did you do in 6 months? Nothing, mate. What do you mean nothing? Barely got dressed. Didn't even get dressed, mate. I didn't get dressed. You know, I only brushed my teeth once for an Amazon delivery. That was it. Those are the heroes in this situation. Those are the ones that will stay sane, man. Right? Like, so I mentioned my dad, and I had a memory. I don't think I've ever told you this, Gemma, that my dad would used to make my toys. Right now, that sounds wonderful until you realise that he could wallpaper a bedroom. But he wasn't Mattel. Do you know what I mean? Right, and the worst thing you can hear as a kid is, I'll make you one. That is the worst. You never, Dad, can I have an ice cream? No, well, yeah, I'll make you one. Oh, that's going to be awful, that, isn't it? No, it's not. I've got a bit of ice cream at the back of the freezer. It's only been there 8 years. That'll be fine, huh? And can we have a McDonald's, Dad? Can we have a Mackey's? Can we have a Mac? Yeah, oh, yeah. Can we? Yeah. When we get home, I'll make you one. Oh, you can't make them. Yeah, of course we can. I'll just cut the chips in half. Oh, Dad. And he made me. I wanted a go-kart, right? Now, every kid wanted a go-kart, didn't they, Jem, right? Yeah. Every kid, right? And I wanted, thank you, someone said plumbing, great joke. Of course it is. That's what I do, mate. That's what I do. Father Shed. Someone said I'm Father Shed. God. Oh, that's amazing.
I love
right.
it. Anyway, what do you think of that?
I'm getting distressed because I'm not good enough. You clearly aren't contributing. I'm joking. What was I talking about? Yeah, I don't want to get off this point, but you people are amazing, and thanks for the support. Right, anyway, right. I wanted a go-kart. My mate had a go-kart, Gemma, and he had a proper one. It had a lot of money. It was like metal, beautiful, all polished up chrome. Right, I said to my dad, can I have a go-kart for Christmas? And he went, I'll do better than that. And I knew it was coming. I knew what the sentence was. I'll make you one. My God. Well, he went in the shed, he disappeared, and he was swearing, banging things, and he came out. This go-kart, man, it's not even go-kart. It was scrap on wheels, man. It was meant to be a Batman one, Gemma. It wasn't even symmetrical. It looked like Batman with Bell's palsy. Do you know what I mean? And it was uncontrollable. He got some pram wheels. Like, I think he stole them and left a baby immobile, right? And it had a string like this. And I basically was driving this thing down the road, and there's no way of controlling it, and I lost control and I smashed into the wall and knocked my front tooth out, right? Smashed my front. My dad saw this happening and he ran over, Jem, and he ran over. Do you know what he did? Check the cart. Oh, that's you've caught that. That was, I've routed that. That's going to need a respray, isn't it? That's going to need a bloody respray, right? And so and basically knocked my tooth out, right? And he bought my silence. He said, don't tell your mum, just don't smile. And he bought a toy, bought me a toy, bought my silence. This is true, this is absolutely true. Took me to the dentist, I had it repaired, right? 2 weeks later, we're in the swimming baths. Now, what my dad used to do is throw me up and down like this in the swimming baths, right? And he'd throw me up, amazing, all parents do it. And he says, oh, let's go down, a bit further down, because I can't stand up here. I'm on my tippy toes here, son, I'm on my tippy toes. I'm straining my calves here. So we went back, and he threw me up, and my God, he misjudged it, right? I think I touched the polystyrene tile like that, bang. I came down direct, and I hit the bottom of the pool, tooth that had just been repaired, boom, straight out. Came up to the surface of the water, nose bleeding, crying. I looked at my dad, do you know what he said, Jem? I'll make you one. He didn't. What he said was, that's your fault. I said, how? He went, well, you didn't arc your back. I'm Tom Daly. He'd thrown me up in a bloody sheep dip, Jem. It was like a foot spa. You know, I was never going to pull that off, right? He must think I'm a freshwater salmon or something. But anyway, what I'm saying is, let me explain this situation. I'm not starting my watch again. We're for 10 minutes. Amy Johns is watching. Any chat that's struggling mental health, give us a
man chat, that's brilliant.
Oh, thank you, man chat. That's wonderful. Thank you. Now, listen, very close to my heart, actually, that. Check out my show, Leap Year. That's really terrible, me doing that, but that's what that's about. Anyway, listen, let me explain the costume, okay, Gemma?
Yeah.
It is a monk. It is not KKK, before this starts ruining my career. This is like basically what it is, right, is quarantine's making me feel more spiritual, Gemma.
Yes.
Because I feel like I've got more in common with these monks now. Yes. Giving up everything. We've got no sort of, capitalism's ground to a halt. We're all sort of reflecting. We are pretty much living in our own monasteries, right? Now, what I'm trying to say is that I met a monk, right? Yeah. Now, that sounds like the start of a joke. A monk and a comedian walk down a hill. It's not. It's genuinely true, right? I was out.
It is true.
It is true. I went for a walk. I was out for a walk at a National Trust property. I was on my own. I was at a gig and I went for Now, we're in the National Trust, and I've got to admit, it's the most middle-class move we've ever made. And, I mean, you get a sticker. It's like a cult, isn't it? If you don't pay your direct debit, they come to your door. You know that? And the National Trust is beautiful, isn't it, Gemma?
Yeah.
There's nothing more middle class than dragging your miserable children through an 18th century Victorian scullery. There's nothing, just dragging them. I've got an Xbox. Shut up! We are going to read every plaque, you little prick.
Your mum won't be happy with the swearing.
I know. I didn't say the F. I didn't say the F. She's already tuned out. Margaret's sensitive. Margaret's like Mary Whitehouse. I don't like it. I don't know why you need to do it.
Oh.
Well, I don't, Mum. But then I don't know why you had to hit Dad with a pan. But you did it. She didn't. So I was walking through the grounds, right? I was out for a walk, Gemma. And this is very freeing. This. I'm really enjoying this. I feel like it's honestly. I know you're not. You can see right up it, baby. Honestly. Oh, I've got nothing on underneath, right? And. So I was at this. There was a monastery, right? And as I was walking past, this monk came out the gates, and he fell into step with me. And he sort of said, honestly, he was a proper monk, Jemmy. He was in these robes, white robes, but he had a fleece on and a bobble hat. So he was like a monk undercover. The Dalai Lama on his dinner break.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? He looked like he'd found God halfway through plastering a fireplace. You know. Like on a Duke of Edinburgh and took the wrong bearing, that sort of move, you know, that sort of vibe, right? And he fell into step with me, and do you know what his opening line was? Are you walking my way? Oh, he's trying to recruit me. Did you see that? Bang! Are you walking my way, Gemma? What a line that is! What an opening line! God, I loved it. I was quite aroused. He says, "Are you walking my way?" And we fell into step, and he sort of told me his whole story, right? He'd been in there 35 years, Gemma. He'd given up on his. He'd given up on his family and everything just to sort of live a spiritual life. Can you believe that? And he said to me, he said, "Oh, you're 40. I was chatting, you're 40. He says, "This is the moment, you know." So what do you mean? He says, "This is where we stop. We reflect. We look for things in life that aren't, you know, and they're going to be satisfied by capitalist purchases and materialism. We look for things beyond that." He says, "You'll always be welcome here." I thought I passed the interview. I didn't even know I was being interviewed, but I'm in. So if I never need to, like, I'm not saying, what I'm saying, Gemma, is I'm not saying I want to abandon my wife and kids, right? She's beautiful. I mean, look at her. She looks fantastic tonight. All I'm saying is, I'd love to be Brother Scott for a weekend. Yeah. And that's what I think these monasteries are, Gemma. They're just tired dads who said they were putting the bin out one night and kept going. That's what they are. They didn't stop until their heads hit the monastery door. Do you know what I mean? Just broken men, and they find them on the steps in the morning like bin bags outside a charity shop. You know what I mean? And they sort of, "Got another one, Brother Michael, and this one's weeping," prizing the IKEA bag out of his fist like that. "Bring him through to the vestry. We've had 17 this week." "Well, school holidays, Brother John. Always peak season." And because what I'm saying is, I think all men, there's men out here watching this tonight, Jem, and they don't know it, but their inner fantasy is to be a monk. And I will guarantee it, because there's men out there, and if there's going to be bald men, right? They're bald men, and they get a little paunch, a little pot belly, right? They're not aging, they're transitioning. They are. They wake up one morning and they just sort of start spending longer and longer in the dressing gown. Start wandering down the house going, making weird noises, keeping the slippers on. They'll wake up one morning, Gemma, and say to their wives, "Margaret," she said, "What is it, John? I just put my name down for an allotment," and he won't even know why. They take a vow of celibacy, obviously not their choice, but all you need is someone to come and bless this shed. The Pope, Gemma, and this is my monastery, and this is where I'm broadcasting from. It saved me during these, don't you think?
Yeah.
Week number 7, she's not on board with this. I can feel it, and you're not on board.
You saved me.
I'll tell you what I have noticed though, right? Let's move on, right? Let's move on. Roy, people are shouting for Roy. Oliver, just wait. Got some bloody great stand-up here I've written. My dad sat at home drinking red wine, box of wine on his own. Dadskill University, thank you, Rob Chapman. I'll check that place out. It's got to be more useful than bloody Open University. What do you do there? Get a beard and sandals and a fleece and you've graduated, haven't you? Right, what I'm saying is, right, Gemma, I know what people are relying on, sweetheart, for well-being. Booze. right? And I've got a few people. Rachel Mary, hello Rachel. Do you know what she's been doing this week? She's done very little, right? She just gets up, it's booze, bed, repeat. And I love that, Rachel. There's a simplicity. She says she's living like a student, right? And Liz Lane has spent 200 quid on booze and she's now got her own pub. She's basically become a landlord because of the pandemic. I love you guys. And this is what I'm saying. We are now, like, this is the British way of coping, isn't it? Yeah. Drinking. Alcohol. I mean, I don't put my recycling out till 1 a.m, right? And if they did, because if my neighbour saw him, he'd be like, "Oh, hey up, Scott. Shall I report you? You had a party?" I was like, "No, mate. I did a quiz on Zoom." Guess what happens? You start doing a quiz. Before you know it, you've stuck away more units than a primary school math teacher. It's ridiculous. This is the thing, right? I'm going to have to go for a health check, right? Because if you looked under here, you would know why. Because they're scraping on the ground. And I'm going to have to admit how much I drink, which is going to be weird, because I'm going to have to say to the doctor, well, BC or AC, doctor? What do you mean? Well, before Corona or after Corona, because they're very different statistics, aren't they? Like this is the thing. Weatherspoons, did you hear this story, sweetheart? Weatherspoons are going to open in June. You've got to admire that bloke. He's like a man who shoots a burglar, isn't he? He's that sort of level of bollocks, you Irish. We're opening in June, and that's what's happening. What do you mean? It's not your decision, mate, is it? Do you know what I mean? They're going to be open to... It'll be carnage, won't it, Jem? It'll be absolute... There'll be bodies piled up on the steps. It'll look like a normal day at Weatherspoons. How would we tell? That's the problem, innit? I loved it at Weatherspoons, you know, when they sold a cooked breakfast with a can of Red Bull. Because nothing starts your day like a heart attack and a forward roll, does it? They'll be going, come on in and enjoy COVID Thursdays, a will and a pint for $3.29. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I love to see, like, Gemma? I'd love to see people trying to get emotional with each other. 170 people. Good evening, everyone. I love you all. Amazing. Going to be people getting emotional with people, Gem, at 2 metres. I love you, John. What was that? I love you. I've always loved you. Can't hear you, mate. Text me. Brilliant. Or trying to start a fight at 2 metres because you can't punch each other because you can't make contact. So they'd have to do psychological roast battles, love. There'd have to be things like, you know, listen, Brian, listen. I don't have to say this, mate, but listen. It's not your fault your dad left. Oh, how can you, John? You know how I feel about me dad. I love that. You're a bastard, John. Oh, my mum won't like that. Turn him off, right? Turn him off now. He's started to swear. Week 7. I thought all men could wallpaper. Mandy, that's a very sexist thing. I thought old women could cook. Do you know what I mean? But you're right, love. I can't wallpaper for shit. Oh, here we go, right? Because the thing is, we do you know the one pubs that are not going to do this? The micro pubs, Jem, have said we're not opening. We're not opening. That's what they've said. We're not opening. And this feels like a micro pub, doesn't it, love?
Yeah.
With the wood chip. Do you know micro pubs? You'll know what I mean. You go in. You feel it's the same thing. You look round, Jem. You think, is this finished? Is this place done? You sat with your head against a copper pipe. Do you know what I mean? Thinking, what's going on? I feel like I'm having a drink in the builders' merchants. I mean, it's big on atmosphere, not very big on fire regulations. You know what I mean? Because it's like a bloke who's woken up one morning like Liz Lane and gone, I love drinking. You're not allowed to go out anymore, Peter. We've got kids. Well, can we convert the house? What do you mean? We'll just change the front room. Do you know what I mean? They come in, you're halfway through a pint and his kids come in with a dinner on a tea trying to watch the chase. Piss off, kids. We're selling booze here. Do you know, honestly, I don't understand the micro, because you walk down the street and go, this was a butcher's 3 hours ago. People just sticking booze in their houses. I love it, man. That's a really British entrepreneurial spirit, isn't it? Like you're like, honestly, like what I do love about it, like it's that sort of thing where they wake up one morning, don't they, and they go, I've got a drink problem, a multi-pack of quavers, I'm a landlord. And I love that. What I don't like, and I don't like these fancy bistros, as a side note, Gemma. I went to one before this pandemic, and I've got to admit, I laughed out loud, love. I was watching 2 people having a business meeting, and they'd ordered a kebab, like a posh kebab, Gemma, with meat that's on and they'd brought it on a dangling skewer. Have you seen that? It was dangling, and they were trying to have a business meeting with that, Gem, in between them. It was like they were doing it through a male stripper's legs. If you're getting teabagged by your own dinner, you can't talk figures. Honestly, it was swinging like that. What was that, Peter? Sorry, just a minute. And a bit of red pepper come in there. What was that, mate? I've just moved my kebab. Ridiculous meal. Just serve it properly. Because it's this trend, innit, Jem? Stuff like comes out on Slate. Do you know what I mean? Slate, you've got chips in a little fryer. You get steak on driftwood. My dad don't like it. I'm having dinner in B&Q. That's what he says. Do you know what I mean? And the things like they do that on purpose, right? What they do is they give you like the chips in a little fryer like that, so you don't get many. I don't want to see the process of how the chips are made. I understand it. I don't need the chip backstory. It's not chip, who do you think you are? Do you know what I mean? Just serve the chips, knobhead, right? Because they don't go, can I order the egg? And they just go, here you go, and hand you a chicken. What am I supposed to do with that? You've got to be patient, mate. That's how it works now. No, and also as well, the one that really annoys me, homemade, Gemma. I don't want homemade. That's why I'm here, mate. Here's the best one, right? Triple cooked chips was one. If they can't manage chips on the first attempt, I'm not eating there. It's mental. There was a thing. Soup of the moment was a big thing. Soup of the moment. We couldn't order it. It kept changing. Can I have soup of the future? Is that tomato in 2 weeks? I'll take that one. At least we know where we are. You idiots. I'm going to tell one more thing. My God, do you know what? It's absolutely flying, this show, isn't it? I don't get any time. Scott's growing his own in that robe. Forgive me, Scotty. I have sinned. Rachel, Mary, you're all right, darling. We're all sinners. Pop round to the shed between 3 and 4 and we'll work this out. I could do confessions in here. Come on. What is it, my child? I've been... Stand outside the shed. Pop in here. A monk in a muff. Do you know what? I'm trying to be a monk. Oh, fantastic. Do I do confessions, Colin? I do confessions, but if I did mine, mate, I wouldn't be able to perform again. What can I tell them before we go, Gemma? Right? Look. What I'm going to do is, because we don't want to be rattling on so much. Oh, this is what I'm saying. Is the British thing about drinking is what we're about. It's in our DNA. Some people have a double helix. The British have a triple vodka. That's what we do. And you know we drink. We drink anywhere, man. I mean, holidays seem a long way away, but when we get back to them, we will be getting hammered in that airport like we always do. Every single time I'm in an airport, you hear that conversation. You see two men that, John, son, what time is it? 10 to 4 in the morning. Fancy a pint? Yeah, I do. Well, we're on holiday, aren't we? No, you're in Birmingham, John. You're in a building off the M6, you lunatic. What you do if you carry on like that outside of these doors, mate? You'll lose access to your kids and your job. Put the drink down. And you see them, the gate's closing, John. Your gate's get 6 in. Get 6 in. We'll drink them on the way down. We're not bloody getting caught out here. It's not normal behaviour. The Europeans don't do it. They don't understand it, right? Imagine that middle of the night, you're in bed and you're asleep, and your partner comes in. Here, get up. What time is it? 10 to 4 in the morning. Is the house on fire? No, I just wondered. Do you fancy a pint? Are you on glue, Susan? It's the middle of the night. Come on, you boring sod. I've lined up a couple of Jaeger bombs on the dishwasher. Thought we could make a night of it. It's a Tuesday. I've got to be up for work in 3 hours. Just have a Baileys. Well, not Baileys is nothing. It's like milk. Pop it on your cereal. I don't want to drink through them. And now this has happened now, this pandemic. I think everyone's just drinking at midday, love. It's like a one big bank holiday. The only way I used to drink before is I used to try and kid you, didn't I, on a Sunday. I used to say, I'll cook, love. She couldn't believe it. What do you mean you're cooking again? Yeah, I'll cook, love. I'll cook. That's a little alibi, isn't it? Because I'm a hero then. I provided a meal for the family. The reality is I'm getting hammered. I am getting absolutely hammered. I mean, the only rule I had is I would only drink when I cook. That's it, love. I'm not an animal. So the meat would go in about 9:30 in the morning. As soon as I saw Andrew Marr, I was on my first glass of Rioja. Do you know what I mean? But Gemma would always come in. She was like, what's going on in here? Because I'd have the music on, the hard house. It's like Ibiza in there. The steam, the relentless beep of the smoke alarm. Kids would come in. Piss off, you two. No trainers. Gemma comes in. Well, I thought you said you were cooking. I said, I have, love. I've done a red wine reduction. We had 3 bottles, now we've got 1. Come back in half an hour, I'll be steaming. But it only works with certain meals, doesn't it? Don't it, love?
Yeah.
Like you can do it like a glass of wine when you're cooking a spag bol. It's sophisticated, isn't it? It's something Jamie Oliver would do, isn't it? A little Pimm's on a patio on a summer's day. No one's going to bat an eyelid. You wandering around the kitchen with a bottle of vodka in your in your underpants whilst filling up your children's Cocoa Pops. That's not a meal. That's a man who's in the middle of a custody battle. That's what that is. And we're going on to quarantine quarrels, Gemma. Can we do a quick, very, very quick quarrel? You're going to have to get up. I think this is going to be next week, isn't it now? Come on, love. We're getting there. It's 10 to. We've got 5 minutes. We're going to do a quarantine quarrel. Tired dads. Convent are full of tired mums hiding under a habit. Again, I think I'm transitioning. Do you know what? I'm not in my socks and sliders, Nicola Lee. In actual fact, I aren't. I have my wife's high heels on. Here we go. Right, if you have cats and Netflix in a convent, sign me up. Do you know what? These people, I think these people are drinking, my darling. Right, let's have a quarantine quarrel.
Quarantine quarrel.
Oh, the air getting to me under here. I'm going to wear this every week now. Right, do you know what my favourite one is, Gemma? We haven't got much time to do them, but Eddie Rooney Sr., which is the best name of any fan. Rooney! It's from Ferris Bueller. Rooney! Eddie Rooney Sr. had an argument with his wife, Gemma, and he said they tried to end it by slamming a cupboard door, but they had soft close hinges. And I love the idea of that. Just, you can shut... Because do you know what? It has changed arguments, though, don't you? Do you know what I thought the other day, love?
Yeah.
Technology's changed arguments, hasn't it? Because before, if you had a row with your mates in a pub, they'd be slamming chairs, you're swearing at each other. I muted it there, Mum. Now, what do you get now, Gemma? You get Cheryl has left the WhatsApp group. Oh God, we've really annoyed Cheryl now. She's left the group. Oh God. Some people are being filthy here. Lockdown means I'm slowly morphing into Hagrid. Need to see photos marked for evidence. Our quarantine quarrels. There's people who are waiting for the clippers. Alison Hendry is waiting for a pair of clippers to trim my cockapoo. I hope that's not a euphemism, Alison. But again, send pictures. She said he was so bad on Monday, I took to his arse with my lady shave. That is cruelty. I'm contacting the RSPCA, me, for that one. Here's one. Oh, Jemmy, leads me on to the next one. Sheila Margaret Cox said my husband was talking with his mouth full. I didn't notice it until our son pointed it out on the videos, and I'm obsessed now. I watch him all the time to tell him to empty his mouth before he speaks. I bet he loves that. I bet this has been a real win for him, hasn't it? Yeah, shut up! Finish your food! Finish your food! I love that. That's what we would do, innit? Because Gemma gets annoyed with me. Like me and Gemma, I don't know if you know the background. Been together a long time, me and Gem now. We've been together, it's at least 2 mattresses. Do you know what I mean? 15 silent night years. Do you know what I mean? We have them nights in where we snuggle up on the sofa, like you people, you know. On Facebook, on each of our own phones, you know what I mean, just silently browsing through the timeline, finding people we should have married. Do you know what I mean? It's a lovely moment. You know, she'll often show me. You know, he's not got a shed. He's actually managed to keep a credit rating high enough for an extension. You know what I mean? Which would have been better now. But here the thing is that it's a very interesting thing, right? Because we have been together a long time, and we met at university, didn't we? Freshers Week.
Yeah.
I remember the first time I saw her, she gave me butterflies, you know, which looking back was a weird gift. She's mental. They were dead within the week. I'm still doing jokes in the background. There's 148 people, and some people have checked out. How many jokes do you want me to do before you leave? Right, here we are. Right, Gemma, what I'm saying is, right, that our relationship's changed, and I thought about this. I could never send Gemma a dick pic. And there'd be no point, because she's seen that miserable organ from every single angle, in every single state. It's absolutely... There's no mystery there anymore when you're married. You know, I might as well send her a picture of the fridge. She would be more aroused if I sent her a picture of the loft that I'd organised. That would be more of an... Oh, that's fantastic, let's go to bed. I'm not going to get more sexual because it's weird with her being here in a Keep Fit outfit, which generally is what she wears because it makes her more flexible. I'm sorry, I'm being really... That's derogatory and it's not fair. Kai Barron's clapping. Well, mate, it's what I do, innit? We are following the science of Weatherspoons. Liz Lane, I like you there. I don't think there's science involved. I think there's profits. But I'm going to do it as well. If he wants to serve me through a window by throwing some $1.99 carding at my face as I drive past, I'll take it, Tim. She got annoyed with me once, to Gemma, because of the way I ate a Cadbury's flake. She says, what are you doing? I said, I'm just eating. She went, no, that's disgusting, that. She says, what are you doing? It's going everywhere. Look at all the spores. Chocolate and asbestos. Do you know what I mean? And then she demonstrated. She says, you know, your technique's all wrong. You need to hoover. You need to bite, suck, swallow, bite, hoover. It's the most disgusting thing. I've never had a flake since. I can't get past that. And Gemma's front of house in our relationship, and this is the last thing I'm going to say before I ring my folks, darling. I've not got through everything, but it doesn't matter, does it? Gemma's front of house in our relationship, right? And I'm happy with that. You know, most men are, by the way. And because like whenever we're going somewhere, Gem, when we used to be able to go out, and Gemma will always brief me like a president on the way to the war room, just so I don't drop us in it, which I often do. Do you know what I mean? I'll sit there and I'll be walking up the drive and she'll say to us, right, listen, focus. She's having an affair, but they're keeping it together for the sake of the kids. She's got a lazy eye, don't look at it. The dog recently died. Just sit forward, smile, chew your food, don't embarrass me, don't show me up, relax, enjoy yourself. We've got an hour, then we're leaving. You're driving, I'm drinking. Night! And she's in. And I'm just stood there. That's like getting hit in the face, that by words, isn't it? And I'm like, she's like, halfway through the meal, you're very quiet. Oh, yes! Because I feel like it's entrapment here. But do you know what? I'll still cock it up. I'll still make a mistake. And then what happens is the one thing that men get, which is the squeeze. And when you've had the squeeze, you're done. You're done for weeks when you have the squeeze. Because what the squeeze is, you'll be saying something stupid and her arm will come out. And it'll go down your shoulder, down to your legs, all the way under the table to your knee. It'll give it a little squeeze. And then she'll lean in and you'll feel the hot breath on your face like that. Like that bit in Jurassic Park when the dinosaur came to the window. And she'll go, come here. And you'll lean in and you'll think, I'm in the shit now. She said, come here. What was that? We've all had a laugh, a bit of a giggle. But that's you done now. That's you done. And there's no way back from that. A little bit of wee came out. That's how scared I was. And I was done. That's like a mafia threat, isn't it? But we're very much in love, aren't we, darling? We're very much in love. And, you know, and this is the thing. She's a much better parent than me. Particularly with discipline. My kids, you know, I work an awful lot, and that shows because I'm like a supply teacher. I've got no authority. I can top up the paper clips. That's about it. And like the other day, I went into Olivia's bedroom. She was messing about, and I tried. Gemma helped by standing at the doorway just to put added pressure on. And I went in my monk's outfit like that. I thought I'd some of this Passion of the Christ. And I went in. I said, "Listen, Olivia, this is enough here." This was ages ago, before the pandemic. I said, "I've had enough here. You're messing about. If you don't get dressed now, me, your mum, and your little sister will go out, and we will leave you here all day on your own." And she looked at me and she went, "All right." I went, "What do you mean?" She went, "Sounds pretty good, that, yeah. Catch up on a bit of Minecraft or something." It's like, "This isn't right, Olivia. You're meant to be scared." She says, I think you'll find you're the one who's scared, Daddy. Because I'll be at home and you'll be in IKEA. Have a lovely day." And that was it. Never tried again since. So speaking of parenting and parents, we're going to end the show now with two of the most spiritual people.
Oh, yes.
They're at home now. My mum's rubbing healing crystals around her head. She said, you know, I've got a joke for you about people with healing crystals, Gemma. One woman said to the other one, she says, "I've been doing them crystals." She said, "Oh, have you?" "Yeah, this is a proper Les Dawson style joke. Listen to this, you'll be proud of this one." "I've been doing the healing crystals." "Oh, have you? How's it been going?" "Oh, it's been going fantastic. It's changed my life." She says, "At one point, I had 7 stones on me." "Oh, what happened after that?" "I married him." Boom! Come on! That's good, isn't it? I can write classics. Share that one and tweet that one. Right, here we go. Chip Jenga. Right, we're going in. Mags and Roy, we're going in. Gemma wants this over with. Hello?
Hello.
Hello, you two. I always worry that you're not going to be there.
We're always here.
Oh.
Your mother's going to set in toilet because she says you've got a filthy mouth.
I haven't got a filthy mouth. They were all level C swear words, Dad.
Well, she's a bit. Well, she's going to set in toilet, but I'll give her a shout now.
I tell you what, when you used to go on nights, Dad, my mum would be dropping the C-bomb all over when she was hoovering. She had a potty. She swore like a
I never
duck.
heard that. Anyhow, we have a chappie who wants to be reminded to you.
Okay.
And he's just said he's just passed us a little song that we have to sing.
Go on then, let's hear it.
So we'll just sing it a couple of bars of it now. Okay. So Good night, children.
Oh!
See you in the morning. Good night, children.
Remember this, Jen?
I can see you yawning. Well, that's enough of that then.
Well, can I just quickly tell people where that's from? That's from my mum and dad used to take us to Pontins every year, people, because they didn't love us. And what they used to do is we stayed in the caravan, but people didn't. The mum, dad, they used to have like chalets, and the reps would put them to bed, put their own kids to bed at night. So the parents would be sat there smoking and drinking, and they would wave off their prized possessions with a strange man called Wally who run the Crocodile Club. I've remembered that just in case it came up on a police investigation. And a man called Wally who wasn't married. Remember that fact. And
Uncle Wally wants to be remembered.
yeah, Uncle Wally wants to. I want to forget Uncle Wally. And they would wave these kids off, Jen, with good night. Parents just waving them off. Go on, take my responsibility, and they go out the doors, Dad. Do you know where I think they went? In the back of a transit van. I can see you. You're all the way to Dover. Right, lad, let's pick this up because that's gone darker than I thought it would. And let's have a song to sing us out, my darling parents. You're amazing. Let's have a song. How are you doing? You good?
Pardon?
You good? This is about well-being. You sound happier.
Oh, well, right. I've been doing a little bit of exercise today.
Yes.
I've been sat on table watching you move an iron.
Oh, well done, Dad. That's called Parker ironing. That. Right. Let's have a. What are you going to sing for us on the way out?
Well, because we've got this on well-being and a little bit of fitness.
Yes.
We've selected a song that quite quickly. So it's the first time we've played it.
When you say quite quickly, do you mean you've gone dubstep?
It's a song that was made famous in 1962.
Right.
And then re-elected again in 1988.
Ooh.
Now in 1962 it was sung by Little Eva.
Mm-hmm.
And in 88 it was sung by Kylie, and it's called The Locomotion.
Come on, Gemma, get up here. Let's have a dance. Gemma's in the right outfit. Let's do this.
Let's do it.
Here we go.
Let's do this.
Locomotion.
Everybody's turning around and dance now. Come on, baby, do the locomotion. Don't you get so lucky if you give me a chance now. Come on, baby, do the locomotion. Little baby sister can do it with ease. It's easier than learning your ABCs. Come on, do the locomotion with me. You gotta swing your hips now. Come on, baby, jump up, jump down. Well, now I can't keep going tonight. Oh, now that you can do it, let's make a change now. Come on, baby, do the locomotion. Show the motion like a railroad train now. Come on, baby, do the locomotion. Do it nice and easy now, you lose control. A little bit of rhythm and a lot of soul. Come on, do the locomotion with me.
Oh, kazoo!
You've not swallowed it, have you?
He swallowed the kazoo!
What?
Pat him on the back!
Pat him on the back!
Hey!
Oh.
Come on, pick it up! You still got it! We've still got it!
Yeah!
No one noticed.
No one noticed.
Around the floor in the locomotion. Come on, baby, do the locomotion. Do it all around if you get a notion. Come on, baby, do the locomotion. Never been a dance that's so easy to do. It even makes you happy when you're feeling blue. So come on, do the locomotion with me.
Do the locomotion with me.
Everybody's doing the line dance now. Come on, baby, do the locomotion. Don't you get to like it if you give it a chance now. Come on, baby, do the locomotion. Little baby seems they can do it with ease. It's easier than learning your ABCs. Come locomotion with me. Come on, do the locomotion with me.
Yay! Everybody, I'm picking this up proper method. Some of the time. No, that was amazing! Is Dad alright? He's not chance. He's not.
What makes to you and your dad? That sounds a bit rude.
Do you know what? It might sound better if it's in the other hole. Oh, guys, you're brilliant. I think that's the best one yet.
I did. I love that one.
And this show's been an absolute belter tonight. It's felt really good. I don't know if it's mental illness. It probably is. I feel like I'm going slightly insane. It's week 7. I didn't realise we'd be here this long. But do you know what? Let's keep going. Let's keep laughing. This is well-being. This is motivation. This is what it's about, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Sorry, Scott.
Do you know what? Well, it is. You've got to admit, dicking about in the shed is better than any therapy session. It really is. I love you both. Keep safe. Keep washing your hands, and we'll catch up with you later on.
Love you.
Love you too. Well done, guys. Love you. Bye-bye. Say bye-bye, everyone.
Bye, Max and Roy.
Well done, Mags and Roy. Mags and Roy, everybody. How about that? Ladies and gentlemen, we've reached the end of the show. Let's give it up for the wonderful Scott Bennett. She's gone back. She's gone back now. By the way, there's no floor here. It's just a trapdoor to the centre of the earth. Guys, you've been amazing. We have held, Gemma, we've held numbers about 130 all the way through. And do you know how much that... Because I see people broadcasting on various things and they're getting 1, 2, 3, but it looks heartbreaking. And you people are staying with us, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're staying with us. So keep sharing this. Share this. Spread the word. We want to make this a thing. This might be all I've got left.
Ring
And I
man chat
mean
if
that.
you need to.
Ring man chat if you need to. Excellent. I think this might have been streamed on Next Up. I'm not sure. I hope it is, guys. But if it isn't, you know, let's do it again sometime because it's a much better show than last week. That's my fault. However, we've got the border. There's no technical problems. We're all right. We're good. Every week, same time, 8:15 on my Facebook page. Share this. I'm going to take some clips from it. Tell me your favourite moments. Keep your quarrels coming in. And we'll see you again next week.
Woo!
Keep safe. I love you all. If you did enjoy the show, the donations links down here on the PayPal. If not, then it's not my fault.
Woo!
Is it?
Bye.
Do you know what I mean? I'm doing my best. We'll see you again. See you next week. Love you. Bye. Love you. Bye. I really should have put some pants on. Oh, there's a real freedom to be Nicholas under a monk's habit. Oh, I might be a monk. Shall I keep this on for the bedroom? You look like Joe.